Hello Aries. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be someone who you've met and you have a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. Let's see. There you are. A peekaboo card. All right. So for those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. First card's the strongest. We have here illness, wellness, followed by shapeshifting. Then we have compassion, awakening, order, energy, selfhood, abundance, change. Followed by rhythms, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, the connection that I have with you, there are restrictions. There are certain things that weigh me down below the surface of this water. Restraints, constraints, restrictions, limitations, obstacles, obligations, certain things that weigh me down, and I cannot escape it because of my circumstances. And I want to be with you because you are that shining light. But I cannot. Because no matter how hard I try, there are things that weigh me down and pull me down. These are circumstances, even emotional trauma, things that weigh me down. They're not allowing me to move forward in life with you. Whatever I'm feeling, whatever I'm going through, I find it difficult. I find this to be a very strong connection, but the situation that I'm in, I'm weak and I don't have power. I'm feeling powerless. It's as if I'm here to serve the world and to do whatever it is that needs to be done. But I cannot be who I want to be with you because of the circumstances that I'm in. I also feel that in this connection, there is this sense of shapeshifting, wanting to be that person who is on the path with someone else, but wanting and desiring to be with you. I yearn and I hope for you. I miss you. What I do feel is no matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. Even if I'm on the path with someone else to do something else, my mind is turned towards you. I'm always worried, I'm always thinking. It is very difficult for me to move on. There's a part of me that is longing for you. I may be with someone else, I may be doing something else, but you are that sweet distraction. And I do feel compassion for you. I feel sorry for you. Sorry for the things that I have put you through. Sorry for the things that you have gone through. So much has happened that it's difficult for me to see things in a different way now. I can't see things in a different light anymore. I have tunnel vision. There are certain things that I deny, certain things that I ignore. But I do realize that I've put you in this situation, and I feel sympathy for you and empathy. I feel sad. There's not a whole lot of regret right now. It is what it is. It is the situation. But I know at some point in time, you wanted happiness and I gave it, and we were happy. But then things changed. And now, because of all that has happened, there is this sense of compassion, wanting to be that person who can empathize with you, who can understand you. There is this sense of this awakening. I've come to a realization. For once, I'm finally starting to see things from your perspective. Through your eyes, through your lens. Putting myself into your shoes. Even though they might not fit. I do feel this sense of awakening. And everything to me now seems different, but it also seems to make sense. I feel that in this connection there is so much confusion. The confusion that exists. This is something that is so different. So vast. I want to make a choice. I just don't know how. I don't know if I can move forwards, backwards, left or right. One of the reasons is because everything that I have said, everything that I've done, there's confusion all around. There's a lack of transparency. There's a lack of clarity. I'm unable to move forward. One of the reasons behind this is simply being afraid to make a decision. I'm afraid to make a choice. I'm afraid to make a decision. And there are certain things around me, this cloud, this thick fog. If I move forwards, backwards, left or right, I am quite nervous because I think I might just make a mistake. I don't want to. I feel that you have this ability of bringing my chakra centers to life. You just turn them and you twirl them, and you are that one person who makes it seem so worthwhile. You have this ability of making me feel whole, of admiring life the way that it really should be. I also feel in this connection that the things that I have said and done really have changed you. But not in a good way. Unfortunately, the things that I have done, now you are someone who is different. Once bitten, twice as shy. So afraid, so different. Everything that has happened, I guess now has happened for a reason. But I see you now. You have taken a step back, and you are someone who seems to me to be more independent, self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. You don't need anybody. But is that the truth? That's what it seems to me. I also see you being very guarded. You are so guarded. Even approaching you or talking to you, it scares me. It frightens me and it makes me nervous. This is why I can't make a decision. I don't know how. Because I don't want to make a mistake. There's also the circumstances that I'm in that prevent me from moving forward in this connection. Do I desire you? Yes, I do. I think about you a lot. Do I have a spiritual connection? Absolutely yes. It seems now that you have this aura around you. You are single and ready to mingle, and that scares me so much. Because I know you have many suitors. You have many people that admire you, that want to be with you. But the fact that this has happened to you, that you have changed, you're guarded. You're going to think twice when you make decisions now. Perhaps you did before. Now you're just going to think a little longer, a little harder. And I have compassion for that, because this is something that I ended up doing in this connection. You were not like this before, but now you're like this. It's not good. I've changed you. For me, it's more difficult now. I don't know you anymore. Before it was easy to connect with you, but now it's as if you're a complete stranger. I have to restart again this fire that once burned brightly, this flame. It needs to be reignited, but I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. I've also realized that money is a huge thing. We need to be, and I need to be more settled for you. I have come to the realization that saving is a good thing, that working towards a future is a good thing. Before it was all just fun and games, but now I'm actually wanting to settle down. And I know in this situation there needs to be a change. If there is no change, then everything will remain the same. There will be no progress. But I want to make a change, and I've come to the realization that this change is related to tangible objects, materialistic gain, physical satisfaction. I want to make that change. I also feel that in this connection, yes, there has been wealth, abundance, wisdom, certain things that needed to be questioned. But now I also feel no matter who I turn into, no matter what I do, no matter where I go, no matter how I dress, whatever disguise I have, these are rhythms. Our connection is a rhythm. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. That boom is always you. And it always catches me off guard. Even if I'm with somebody else, doing something else, busy with life, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. We somehow end up in the same place, emotionally and physically. Things need to change. They can no longer be the same. For now, I can't really open up to you and tell you what's going on, but the reason why I can't be with you the way that you want me to, it's because of the situation and the circumstances that I am stuck in. Hopefully one day, the coast will be clear And I'll be able to make that choice and that decision and move forward with you to finally make that change. All right, Aries. So there's a lot of hope for the future. There's hope for the future right now, but there's not a lot of plans that your person of interest is making. They're just having this sense of it's a plan, but they're looking at the plan kind of like a map. I'm seeing a treasure map. But this person's standing on the outside, and they're actually looking at this treasure map that is inside of a fish tank. A very big fish tank, like a big aquarium type thing. And they're looking at it through that. So they know they have to get it, but they also know they have to go through the water to go down and actually get it. I'm not sure why it's a fish tank. Could have been the ocean, but I do see fish tank with fish. And whatever goes on inside there, the little plants that they have. So there is this desire and the intention to have it. Oh, okay. The fish tank. Why is it a fish tank? It's not the ocean. The ocean is water, water is emotion. The fish tank is caged, isn't it? It has walls. So the current inside those walls, there is no current. Maybe just a few bubbles, little ripples here and there. What is the issue with this? Your person of interest, Aries, wants to have their emotions caged, but also be very secure and know how they feel. They want to be in control of their emotions, and therefore they do not go out to sea for that map. They want that map to be in front of them, in an area, under their rule, under the way they want things. Wow. Holy Hannah, I've never seen that before. Oh my God, that is quite deep. All right, so what does all this mean? You are in a situation with an individual who wants to be in control of the scene. Okay? They want this to be like a play, like a setup, kind of like a stage play. They're supposed to know in that fish tank where everything is. They know where everything is. It's been set up. It's a stage. But they also know that there's a little bit of emotion there, yet they have control over that emotion. There's no outside waves coming through all of a sudden. Otherwise, that would make it very emotionally charged, and they would not have control over that. Is this normal behavior? No, it's not normal behavior. Normal meaning, how are you going to be in a connection with somebody else? Not everything is caged. Not everything has a rope around it. Not everything is predictable. Love is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. Your person of interest wants everything to be A, B, C, D, E. This is the way it's supposed to be, step by step by step. That's not life. Nope. And when you are unprepared for something, that fish tank can bust open. I see a crack. I see it explode right now. Everything's falling out, even the map and all the fish, poor little fish. And it's gone. The water's gone. Down, down, down it goes. I just saw it burst. Yeah, it's empty now. Where did all that go? Where did that emotion go? One on the floor. It's a tiled floor, tan colored tiles. And like a beige tan. And it just dispersed. The emotion doesn't have any meaning anymore because it's on the ground now. So, tell me what this means, guys, because I'm interpreting it the way I see it. But do you relate to this? Let me know. That's the only way I can possibly explain this very strange fish tank example, this analogy. Many of you know I get the most strangest and oddest kind of analogies. I see these little visions, and somehow they're connected to humans. Okay, and emotions and feelings. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Let's have a look. Indeed. Good Lord, look at that. Wow. Yep. Give me a call and let's hook up, baby. That's what's happening here. Oh my God. Not good, Aries. This is a very sexually charged connection. A lot of sensual feelings we have here. Also, for the first set of cards, guys, this also indicates a third-party situation. I didn't mention that. A third-party situation. So you could be dealing with somebody who is stuck in a situation with the illness wellness card. They are stuck in a situation, but stuck means basically their circumstances. They may be with a partner. They may have children. They may be very far away and they're unable to be with you. But it's a third party, meaning the time, energy, and effort is not being spent towards you. They are unable to give that to you. This could be a person with another person, or it can be a person with some other job, responsibility, a burden, anything else. It's just that they are unable to give you that time, energy, and effort that you deserve, and that is that third-party situation. Now, what I see here also, these two cards, very huge, and also you have the Queen of Coins. So we have the Eight of Staffs, Desire, followed by Queen of Coins. Now, this deck I read in the reverse. The first deck is what happened and what is happening currently, the current status of your person of interest, what they're feeling and thinking. This could also be vice versa, but the majority of the time it's what the other person's feeling and thinking. Here, I go a little bit into the past and have a look at what happened in the first place, what this person did not tell you, why perhaps they started taking a step back. So this is if you have not had any closure, if this person has ghosted you, if this person has just faded from your life, certain things like that, that have made you wonder and question, are we even together anymore? I don't know. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Please keep in mind it is a reverse reading, so I'll be looking at the cards in reverse. Eight of Staffs. And this is something that happened in the past. The Eight of Staffs here, it talks about waiting too long for communication. Perhaps it was time to take the initiative, but they did not. They should have been creating waves of communication, but they did not. What they were doing was waiting for others to make the first move, because they were being very passive aggressive. So they wanted communication, Aries. But there's this pride and ego. Remember, person wants everything caged, right? They want it just right. Perfect. Right? Wrong. Not going to happen. Perfection doesn't happen. It happens for a little while. It doesn't stay forever. And your person of interest, they may have had plans. They may have had thoughts and ideas. It's not going to work out the way we ever plan. Usually it never does. We have these fantasies and they never come true. It's because we really haven't looked at all the aspects and all the factors and the circumstances that we are in, and even the other person. Your person of interest truly, back then, wanted communication. I see that here. There's no doubt about that. They wanted communication. The problem, however, is the fact that they did not want to make the first move. And then there's that little bit of ego and pride that keeps coming up. They wanted you to make the first move. So it would make them feel great. It would make them feel good. And it can also give them the power to say, okay, I don't want to talk to you right now. Shoo. They could do that too. So this was an issue here. If you didn't reach out to them, good for you. I think that's okay. Simply because there should not be any pride, any ego, any stubbornness when it comes to love. We also have here Desire. A very naughty card. Now, with I don't know the song. There's a song. It's somebody who calls somebody just to hook up. And imagine that. I didn't even know what the heck that term meant until a few years ago. That's me. And I'm not young. Yeah, new things I'm learning in my life. So, desire. We have here, I'm going to read the entire card because it's really impactful. So, desire, it talks about movement, about fate and transition and change. Being pulled by desire. This person was being pulled by desire towards you. However, there was a need to have movement into the next phase of life. If you're feeling impatient, don't worry. Transitions will go smoothly as they are meant to be. The problem here, Aries, was your person of interest was actually quite impatient. They are quick when it comes to decision making, but it might not always be the best decision. They were trapped by desires that felt unquenchable. No matter how many times they had you, it was just never enough. But the timing was very inconvenient. Inconvenient timing. This means that perhaps if I would have met you 10 years before, things would have been great. But look at me now. I'm with someone else. I have a family. I have all this. I don't know if this is going to work out. That is what means when we have this word inconvenient timing, or somebody's just gone off to school again. After, 20 years, they go back to university or they want to finish something and they've left the area. And then someone else wonders here, damn, if only I maybe came later or before, maybe we could have gone together. That is inconvenient timing. Remember, you did have the third party card, which is the shape-shifting card that I call it. And there it does show that there's 3 people involved in this situation. It's like a triangle type situation. Could be 3 people or could be one person and an issue. Now, we also have here disregard or insensitivity to the importance around yourself. So what I do see here is this person was truly focused on desire. And they were almost selfish in a way. They really weren't thinking about you in the sense that, okay, let's work as a team. They were not working as a team. It's their way or the highway. They wanted things to be done their way, according to their rules, which I could clearly see with this fish tank, because it's like they're the puppet master. Yes, puppet. I see puppet. I see somebody holding those little cross-looking things, and they're doing a puppet show now. Good God. Are you dealing with somebody who's very manipulative? Be careful. Think about it twice. Think about it. Do you tend to change your decisions based on what they say because they try to convince you? There's so many ways people can manipulate each other. It's messed up. Be careful if this person is. Let's see what the Queen of Coins has to say about this one. So hopefully this will give us a better understanding as to why this person kind of feels like this. With the Queen of Coins. So firstly, with the Queen of Coins, this is not a king, it's a queen. So whoever this person was, they were thinking through their emotions. Impulsive, compulsive behavior. They were thinking in this way. That is the way they think. This is who they are. They can't change that. But just keep in mind that this is what you were dealing with. And if you feel that this person has been making decisions based on how they feel, sometimes that is okay. No harm in that. Feelings are very important. But sometimes it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not practical. It's not realistic. So that's also important because we live in the 3D world. Things need to be practical, don't they? So please do think when you are with this person, what decisions they're making versus what you actually desire, what you want, what they want. All right, so let's have a look at the Queen of Coins. Here, it talks about the need to ground oneself. This person's not grounded. No, not grounded in the sense it's a little child, but they're not grounded. How does that help? They're not in touch with reality. Their feet are not on the ground. They're on the ninth cloud. They're building castles in the sky. They're not living in reality, just like I said before. So here we have an over-materialistic orientation to life. Over-materialistic orientation to life. You remember when you had the abundance card here. Then you had the change, and I believe you had the awakening on top. So when you had the abundance card here, this does talk about money, wealth, abundance, but wanting a change this way, but also having a realization with the awakening card. So we do have money. This is a person. What is the issue? Back then, they had an over-materialistic orientation to life and disappointments in the home. Whatever kind of home environment they came from, they were quite unhappy. And money plays a big part in this person's situation. Two things. Either they spend too much money, or they have the passion now to make more money. But money somehow is important in this connection, because here you also have the Queen of Coins. So that's something that happened in the past. We have this sense of, I'm getting manipulation, talking, but also having that desire. People play people all the time. I might just need to make a video on that one, on Asnointia audio, because I see two people here. One knows what they're doing, the other also knows. But one's playing the other, and the other is getting played. But the one that's getting played is still also playing the other. It's like a cat and mouse game. Tom and Jerry? That's what I'm seeing right now. Okay. This is a very passionate and very intense connection, though. Okay. Queen of Wands. Here I have the Beginner's Tarot, and here I like to look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Okay. Well, interest is done. Very good. We have here the Hermit card as well. Excellent. So they've learned a life lesson. Ha. Okay, good. Queen of Wands. Your person of interest feels that you are utterly irresistible. You are so hot and sexy that they can't stop thinking about you, and they just want to be with you intimately. The other thing about this card is they feel that you get them. You know them. You recognize them, and you are able to, I'm getting the word size you up. No. They do, I guess they're good at judgment. They feel that you're really good at judging. And so they think that being in a connection with you like this, it's almost as if you have an unspoken kind of connection. You can just read each other's thoughts, and they feel very comfortable in this type of a way. I also have here, they also feel nervous around you. Yeah, I'm getting that energy. We also have here the World card. Now, you may be worlds apart. You may be at a distance. You may be racially, ethnically, somehow different. This could be difference, that you're worlds apart. Physically, you guys come from different parts of the world. But the whole reason why, it's because they feel that you mean the world to me. That's what they feel. Not only that, but when we have this card, it also talks about wanting to bridge that gap, wanting to close that gap between that distance. So even if you were living together under the same roof and you're not talking, the feeling here is, even though you're together, you're really not together. But there's a desire to be together. And if you are half across the world on the other side, yes, there's a desire to bring you both close together. There is this desire, there is this need to do it. We also have here the Three of Pentacles. Oftentimes this does indicate somebody that perhaps you have worked with or worked in the past with, and one of you has fallen in love with the other. This could also be somebody that you have met where you want to manifest and create, work on a project together, or do something together so that you have the excuse to be with each other. The only thing here, you have two people and a third, right? So, like I said, third-party situation. This could be somebody that you've met at work, and there's a crush on somebody. This could be current or the past. Not meant for everybody, but this is a fire sign. Just putting that out there. I don't do signs. It's kind of weird. I'm not good at actual zodiac stuff. My specialty is feelings and emotions. So, yeah, that's the one thing I know about this kind of card. So, with the Queen of Wands, you are dealing with somebody who has that fiery kind of energy, like a fire sign. And the connection with this is that there is that desire, like you had that card, the desire card, to be with somebody who has that sort of fire that you have, Aries. A flame and a flame can only make a bigger flame, right? We also have here the Hermit. Your person of interest has wanted to learn about life. They have now retreated. They have taken a step back. They are no longer talking. They're not even talking to anybody. Of course, they're not talking to you, but they're really not talking to anybody else either. Why? They have forced themselves into isolation. They have forced themselves into loneliness. They are deliberately detaching themselves from the everyday world problem so that they can finally focus on what really matters at hand. They want to detach, and they want to be that hermit so that they can think clearly, a sense of contemplation, a sense of introspection. This is what they need. This is what they want. Why? Because now they realize they are not their best version. They want to be better, and they want to know, why did I do the things that I did? How can I make things better? I don't know how. Then we have here the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords talks about how your person of interest may have gone for a while. And when they were gone, there was this understanding, there was this feeling, basically of, I want to move on, but I have these choices. Is the grass greener on the other side? So your person of interest left, they checked. No, it wasn't. So they did a U-turn and they come back. And when they did, they see that, wow, I don't think I'm going to make it. And by the time they reach, they are down on that ground. Face in the dirt. 10 swords on their back. The universe, the world did not treat them very nicely. Sometimes this happens because of karma, but also because they thought the world was better. They thought that they could handle it. They thought the grass was greener, but it was not. And they now feel betrayed. They feel empty. They feel lonely. They feel defeated. Eventually, this person gets up and they are able to push things aside, to clean themselves up, and finally start again. But this is a lesson learned. And that goes very much with the Hermit card, where this person is the overall arching theme right now. This umbrella is this entire reading. So they do feel defeated. They feel that, what have I done? Why did I do this? How can I make things better? And now that's when they get into this Hermit mode. That's a very good card to have, because after Hermit comes wisdom. After wisdom comes strength. After strength, and finally comes that action that they take to reach out. You remember the communications card? Maybe this person's going to communicate with you. Maybe they will. Do I see any action right now? Not right now. These cards actually don't indicate to me any action. The intention, 100%, is to be with you. The intention and the plan is to actually maybe work on a project with you. Something like that. Manifest, construct, and work together on something so that there is this attachment between the both of you, where you could say, yeah, on such and such day, I'm going to go meet so-and-so. It's an excuse. Oftentimes I've seen people use this so much. My goodness. I've had a couple of readings that I've done. And what some people actually do is they may love the person so much that they hire them as a contractor. They hire them or they get into a project with that individual simply to be in their presence. So I have seen that. It's not uncommon. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs some excuse to get into some type of a connection with someone. That's perfectly fine. But I have noticed that it does happen. This person might want to do that with you. And if it's not that individual, if you want this person this much, if you equally feel that desire for them, then it's okay for you to reach out to them as well, because they're on the same level right now. All right. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. The deck that I'm using is Archangel Answer cards. First card, the strongest, we have Yes, followed by Remain Positive. Then we have Take Action. After that, we have Meditation Brings Answers. Ask your angels. You have a timeline within the next few weeks or months. Oh, very nice, big happy changes. Aries, honestly, this is more of a sentence. So this is what the angels are saying. They are saying first card is the strongest. Yes. Yes, it's important for you to remain positive. Do take action, but only take action after you get the answers that are brought to you through and by meditation. This could even be prayer. This is meditating on the divine, the holy light of the universe. That is who we call God. And here we also can ask our angels. The way I ask the angels, it's up to you if you want to follow this. I pray to the Christ consciousness, who is Jesus. From Jesus, I get to his Father, who is the holy light of the universe. After that, I ask for permission from the source, who is God, to please send down Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to guide me and to protect me throughout this entire situation, but also tell them about what the issues are and to help me. But then you also give permission to them too, because we have free will, but we need to give that permission to them. Within a split second, even less than that, you are in the energy of the angels. You can ask, you can talk, but always when you ask for angels, say heavenly angels, and also when you're asking for the light, the holy white light, because there are many lights in the universe, and not all of them are holy. All right. We also have here a timeline. This is really good. Within the next few weeks or months, there are going to be big, happy changes. The changes are going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. Very, very nice. That's a very positive card to have. We also have here, if you believe. So if you do believe, then you will be able to make this come through for you. This is all through the power of manifestation, belief, and getting rid of any type of negative energy that exists. Now, for some of you who are new, I do have on my website, www.asnointia.com. I have some packages. One is called the Chakra Checka package. The other is called the Holy Light package, and these will help you one or the other. One is a self-help guide, and the other, which is a chakra checkup, that is a personalized reading. But it helps you get rid of negative energies. This is from your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. So when this happens, you will be able to manifest whatever it is that is written in your book of life, whatever is owed to you karmically. It will come. But it's hard to have that set of beliefs as well as having that positive energy when you have a lot of negative energy around you that are bringing things down. All right. So it does appear here that things are going to work out. I do see that here within the next few weeks or months. There are going to be big happy changes. Now, you may have had a certain way of thinking when it comes to this connection, certain things that you may have planned. Do expect the unexpected, because when we do have this card, big happy changes, they may be changes that you were not expecting, and it may be something different from what you had thought. So expect the unexpected, but I do see that it's all going to be good. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys again, and please do let me know your stories. Let me know if any of this has resonated for you. I do read the comments, and I try to write as much as I can in terms of responses. I do use your information, and it becomes more of an inspiration, and it motivates me to create videos on my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio. That's on YouTube. Please do have a look at that other channel as well. I have videos on relationship-related advice, also spiritual connections, those sort of things, as well as negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove. And that is on YouTube, called Asnointia Audio. The link is below in the description. Those videos are absolutely free from beginning to end. All right. You take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.